Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed your sessions today, and I hope you got some value out of what we presented. Please don't forget to provide us feedback. As promised, we've got Gojek back again to talk about the demo that they built for our Google Cloud Jakarta Summit. But for those of you that might have missed it, maybe we should take a look at a short clip so you know exactly what we're talking about.
In a place like Jakarta, the level of traffic is so bad that it is a real quality of life issue. A lack of access has prevented groups of people, groups of businesses from really achieving their true potential. We started on the realization that the Ojek driver could do so much more, and we expanded our services based on what we thought would be beneficial for the lives of millions of Indonesians.
So Gojek created these very organized marketplaces for people to connect to each other. We are solving people's real problems in a very, very practical manner. And that's where I think the craziness has started.
We scaled 900 times in the first 18 months. We are doing over 3 million orders a day. There are over 150,000 merchants on our platform.
We would not be able to actually achieve this scale without a trusted partner like Google Cloud.
Every 15 seconds, we're getting a ping from our driver app that tells us where they are, what their status is. We're signaling heat maps that come from our Google Cloud's data flow so that drivers know where they are most needed. It's about helping drivers and merchants make better decisions for themselves.
Kalau Gojek tetap eksis, kita akan buka 1, 2, dan 3 tempat lagi.
People who previously were mostly concerned around how to put food on the table are now concerned about how they can afford their child's college education. All of that is very inspiring to see how the lives of millions of people are changing.
Hi all, my name is Renata and I'm currently the Technical Product Manager in Business Intelligence team at Gojek, and now I'm here with my colleague Fadli.
Yeah, I'm Fadli. I'm Data Governance Manager from Business Intelligence teams in Gojek.
Yes. So today, before we start, we want to thank Google for actually giving us this opportunity to speak and share our experience. And we hope that this would be very insightful for you guys. So we will segment this presentation into 3 different parts. The first one into introduction about what and who is Gojek. And the second part is about a little bit recap about the use case. And the third part is about how we actually built it and make it happen. So what is Gojek? Gojek is Indonesia's largest transport, food, payment, and lifestyle company. We started out in 2010, and it was just a small call center for Ojek services. You can think of Ojek as like motorcycle taxis. But in 2015, we launched our app with 3 services and processing around 4,000 to 5,000 orders per day. And today, we're processing more than 3 million orders per day and providing more than 20 services. So when I say previously 20 services, you will be thinking like, what? What else can you actually provide, right? So we think of Gojek as like a super app. We are not just a ride-hailing company. We provide services like on-demand courier delivery to bring your stuff from your home to where you are. And also we provide services like providing hairdresser to your home and make you look fabulous. And also we even help you out when suddenly your car doesn't work anymore. And to add to that, we're actually the biggest food delivery in the world except China. So now we stand at 80 million apps download and partnering with more than 1 million drivers and 300,000 merchants. We're also serving more than 100 million users and also operating in 60 cities in Jakarta and more. So if you have seen the video before our presentation, so what we're trying to do there is actually we want to know how many people are actually redeeming our Google Cloud Jakarta Summit voucher and where do they came from. And right now we're very happy that we have Fali here who will actually show us how we actually built this.
Okay, so thanks, Renata. So the real-time use case is coming in. First thing first, we need to comply our data warehouse design. We are using layered data warehouse models from staging, integration, access, and data mart with considering user access level for each layers. Developer will have an access to raw data, while the top management only have an access summary and easy to understand data in access layers. So, as you can see, this is how we design the real-time use cases to fit our data warehouse layering models. We are segregating batch and streaming data pipeline. In here, we are using Kafka as our real-time feed. The streaming data will continuously feed our data warehouse layers from staging, integration, to access on the fly. In staging, we are storing the raw data. In integrations, we are storing enriched data or standardized data. And we store aggregated data in access layers. We also keep the live states in the streaming pipeline to make it accessible for real-time enrichment and real-time access. In the meantime, we also send the real-time features from our pipeline as a report and another system real-time feed requirements. So let's take a peek on the implementation examples. So we are using Google Dataflow to make this happen. Dataflow able to feed raw data in staging for auditing purpose, enrich data to integrations. In here, we are also use big tables as our live state store, and aggregated data to access layer in our BigQuery to data warehouse. All the feed for each layer are coming in a single pipeline concurrently. So now the real-time data is there. How our team member utilize this? Now our BI developer can do a real-time data audit and feature development, also real-time data exploratories. Our analysts can do geospatial analysis, which the result is the one that you saw in the intro videos. They can also do BigQuery machine learning with standardized and clean data in integration layers. And our management can be agile and able to do a quick management decisions. So that's all from us. Thank you for having us, Google.
Yeah, so thank you and see you guys again in the future.
Great. Thank you so much, Renata and Fadli, to taking us through what you guys built and a little bit more detail about what you guys do and the massive amount of scale that they have to deal with. It's pretty crazy to think about, and it's pretty crazy to think about the growth they've had in just a few years.
Yeah, that's right. It's always so interesting to hear around the technical side of what it takes to do machine learnings, but when you have customers that stand in front of you and talk to you about their actual use cases of what they're building and how that's how they're bringing that to consumers to build new services, it's just so exciting. That's where the magic really happens, isn't it?
That's right. And I hope that the sessions that we've had today have taken away a little bit of the aura that machine learning is just too hard and it's too hard to get started. We've shown you a number of ways to get started quite easily, whether you're a database person, whether you're somebody who's interested in machine learning, or whether you're somebody who's interested in IoT and what you can do at the edge.
That's right. So again, hopefully, you're excited by what you've seen and you're interested to know how you can get started. So of course, there's many ways that you can get started, but one, of course, is training and getting your team skilled up. So as an incentive for having watched today, we are offering everybody 30 free credits to be able to go onto our Coursera platform and actually try out some of these machine learning models and training and actually get hands-on with the technology.
Yeah, absolutely. And go to tensorflow.org, download it. There are lots of tutorials available there as well as tutorials available on GitHub that you can start from. So sometimes it's a bit difficult to start from scratch, but if you go to GitHub, there's a lot of stuff that people have already built. And sometimes it's easy to sort of take those things apart and work backward and then work forward again in order to implement the types of models that you might need in your business.
So thank you so much for joining us today. We would love your feedback on everything that you've heard today. So please jump in and give us some feedback. Tell us what you liked, tell us what you didn't like, and of course that feedback will then help us, Jay and I, come up with our next session and suggestions on what you'd like to hear.
Yeah, and we'd like to thank everybody that participated today, in particular Abu Kader, who joined us for the pre-show.
Yes, so inspiring.
If you missed the pre-show, that's okay, because what we're going to do is at the end of our thank yous, which we'll have we'll start in a couple minutes, we'll show you a quick video of what was played at IO17 to give you an idea of how Abu Kader started, right? So he really just started off with a Google search in order to begin his learning journey. You guys have already gone beyond that because you're joining us here today, and we're going to give you Coursera credits in order to start your training. But hopefully that video will provide some inspiration in terms of what you can do. All you need is a problem to solve.
That's right.
So with that, I would like to thank our speakers today. We had people flying in from all over the world, actually, just to join us here in Singapore, where we were able to do this live for you. Thank you very much for joining us, but also for interacting with us on the live Q&A. We really enjoyed the questions. We were really impressed by the quality of the questions you had to ask. There is a lot of curiosity, which is where everything starts, where all learning journeys start. So thank you for interacting with us on the Q&A.
Absolutely. So, of course, we'd love for you to join us next time. Today, obviously, you've seen 3 different tracks around data and AI, IoT, and applied machine learning. So join us here next time, and don't forget that we have some amazing online training resources for you to use, including those Coursera credits.
Great. And we really hope you found this useful. Again, please give us feedback. We'd also like to thank our production crew for making us look so good, because I know it's not easy. So thank them so much for helping us put all this together.
Absolutely.
So we're about to play a clip for you of Abu Kader that was played at IO17. Hopefully it provides some inspiration on how easy it is to actually pick up and learn something if you've got the curiosity, the passion, and a hard problem to solve. So here it is. Enjoy, and thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
My name is Abu. I am a high school student, 17 years old. People learn in different ways. For me, if I see something really cool, I'll try to take it apart and figure out how it works. It's a bit more extreme now, because instead of it being hardware, I like to know how algorithms work. My freshman year, I remember Googling machine learning. Had no clue what it meant. That's the really cool thing about the internet, is that someone's already doing it, so you can just YouTube it and it's right there. The minute I really saw what machine learning can do, it kind of like hit something within me, this like need to build things to help people. My parents are immigrants from Afghanistan. It's not easy coming in. The only reason we made it through some of the times that we did was because people showed acts of kindness. Seeing that at an early age was enough for me to understand that helping people always comes back to you.
Machine learning is this concept that we can train computers to identify patterns in data and then use those patterns to predict off of new data. I have a quick demo. This is just some code that I wrote last night.
Miss Roscoe is the first teacher that I actually talked to about machine learning.
Abu and I first met his sophomore year. I was his Programming 1 teacher. My students do a computer science fair, and they are challenged to find a problem, but they have to use a form of technology to solve that problem.
And then it kind of hit me in a way where I could actually genuinely help people. Mammograms are the cheapest imaging format there is. It's the most accessible to people all around the world. But one of the biggest problems that we see in breast cancer is misdiagnosis. So I decided that that was going to be my project, build a system for early detection of breast cancer tumors that's accessible to everyone and that's more accurate. How was I going to do it? Machine learning. It's not an easy thing to do. Data is not publicly available, and if it is, it's low quality data. It's difficult. I wasn't even sure if I could do it. And I remember just thinking about like, everyone else is building a calendar, like maybe I should do that. But I was like, no, you gotta do this. You need to.
He was talking to me about all the cool stuff he was doing, and I was telling him not to overdo it. He should just be a kid and worry about kid stuff.
The biggest, most extensive resource that I've used is this platform called TensorFlow. I've spent so many hours going really deep into these open source libraries and just figuring out how it works. Eventually, I wrote a whole system that can help radiologists make their decisions. All right, ready? Yeah. I'm by no means a wizard at machine learning. I'm completely self-taught. I'm in high school. I YouTubed and just found my way through it. You don't know about that kid in Brazil that might have a groundbreaking idea, or that kid in Somalia. You don't know that they have these ideas, but if you can open source your tools, you can give them a little bit of hope that they can actually conquer what they're thinking of.